Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. কেমন আছো তোমরা সবাই? How you guys doing? So someone asked me to make this video, though I have been thinking for a really long time to make this video, but you know me, I really need a long time to review a product and I really need my satisfaction. So that's why I'm so late with this topic. But yes, so without any further ado, let's get started. So first let's talk about what is a physical sunscreen and what is a chemical sunscreen and what makes a sunscreen and not a moisturizer. So sunscreen is basically it is called sunscreen because of their filters. So they have physical or you can say like inorganic filters like titanium dioxide, zinc oxide. They kind of block the UV rays. The UV rays don't get penetrate into our skin, so these filters, they literally reflect the UV rays. And now there are some organic filters like oxybenzone, avibenzone. They allows the UV rays into that is come and soaked into our skin, and they turn the UV rays into heat. So could you please give me a moment? Eta chup kor, ami bole ni. He's disturbing me. It's my brother. So there are chemical filters and they are called chemical sunscreen, and the zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, they are called physical sunscreen. So nowadays they are like physical sunscreen generally gives horrible white casts because of the zinc oxide, because zinc oxide is the whitish thing. And the chemical sunscreen, they are good, they are comfortable, but they are chemical. So nowadays brands are making hybrid sunscreen because in this sunscreen they have properties of titanium. There are filters like titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, there are oxybenzone, avibenzone. So and hybrid sunscreens are just like chemical sunscreen, but there has a physical filter in it, so it doesn't give you a horrible white cast, and it is pretty comfortable. It is one grade higher than the chemical sunscreen because it contains both the sunscreen filter, so it is literally good thing. So the products I'm gonna show you in this video, they all are hybrid sunscreens, so they are not a typically chemical sunscreen or typically physical sunscreen, because I have used physical sunscreens and I did not like them, and I have used chemical sunscreen and basically they doesn't stay on my face for a longer period of time because my face sweats too much. So nowadays I'm literally focusing on hybrid sunscreens more than normal sunscreens. So so that's all. So in this video I'm gonna talk about 5 sunscreens. Some of them are certified and some of them are not certified, but they still are my favorite. So my most loved product is this Aqualogica Glow Plus Dewy Sunscreen. It has papaya and vitamin C, and I just love this sunscreen. I literally love this sunscreen. So in this sunscreen, if you are going outside, you definitely need more than 2-finger rule. But I'm staying indoors, so I'm just using 2 fingers with it. And it has ingredients like aqua. It is aqua based sunscreen. So it has aqua, titanium dioxide, glycerin, zinc oxide, and then it has some oils in it, though it is not that irritating, vitamin C, and it is a literally gel like consistency, and it gives a slight white cast, literally a slight white cast, and the white cast goes away within a second, and it literally gives a dewy effect. So the texture of this sunscreen is very gel like. It is like some kind of moisturizer, some oily skin friendly moisturizer, and it's highly comfortable on skin, and I don't know, it's just awesome. So my final thought would be like, it is a good sunscreen. I did not see any kind of brighten up effect, or I see the dewy effect too, but I did not see any kind of brightening effect, and it suited me pretty well. It did not give me breakouts, and it did not burn my eye because my eye area is a bit sensitive, so this is a really good purchase. And the next sunscreen is this Dermaco 1% hyaluronic sunscreen aqua gel with broad spectrum, and it can cancel out the blue light radiation too. So it is a good sunscreen, but the only con is that there are some sunscreen that can make your face dull. It is one of them. It made my skin dull, and I don't know, it kind of burns my eye area, especially around here. It burned a bit, and it made my skin dull, and other than that, I did not like it for this fact. And I find the Dermaco sunscreen and the Aqualogica sunscreens both are like, they are so similar with as the ingredient list and as a texture, but I don't know why this sunscreen doesn't work for me. It basically burns around my eyes, and it made my skin dull. It did not make my skin dull within the application, but after 10 minutes it starts to look dull on my face, and the texture and everything is so similar with the Aqualogica sunscreen. It is a gel like consistency, it doesn't sting or anything, and the white cast goes away within a second, but I'm not gonna buy this again. Next is this Minimalist multivitamin SPF 50 sunscreen. I don't know, I just love this sunscreen, but the only thing is that this sunscreen is so thick, and yeah, it is literally so thick, and it is broad spectrum, it is certified sunscreen, but these two sunscreen, they did not made me feel so sweaty, but this sunscreen made my skin sweaty in the summer times obviously, but in the winter times it is good. It is definitely good, and I don't know how many times I have told you guys to use this sunscreen because it's really great. I think SPF 60 was might be not that like heavy for me, for my face, but if you are an oily skin person, I think you wouldn't like this formula for the heavy summer days. Yeah, for the so hot weather, it might make your skin feel greasy or heavy and oily, but yeah, it is good for other seasons, but in winter, in summer days, I'm not currently using this. So it is a hybrid sunscreen, so it has octibenzone, avibenzone, and then it has titanium dioxide, which is a UVB filter, and the octibenzone, avibenzone, they are UVA filter. And yes, so this is a good sunscreen, but the only con is that yes, it has allantoin hyaluronic acid, but it is heavy for summer. So yes, if you are a dry skin person, you can try this in the summer days, in the whole year, but if you have oily skin, just skip this sunscreen for summer month. The next sunscreen is that Lacto-Calamine Daily Sun Sealed Matte Look Sunscreen with kaolin clay. It is a certified sunscreen, and it is a good sunscreen if you have extremely dry skin, because they say that it is for oily skin, but just don't get fooled, guys. It is not for oily skin. I thought it is for oily skin, so I bought it, but you cannot imagine, like, I bought it in, I think, winter times, but in winter days, though it was winter, this sunscreen made my skin dull, and it was so harsh around my eyes, because my eyes was burning, like it was literally burning around my eyes. So I stopped using this on my face. I mainly used it on my body nowadays, but I have still left with some product. If you have extremely dry skin, then you can try this, but I'm sure it is gonna make your skin dull somehow. So if dullness is not a fact for you, if you use I don't know, this is a cheap sunscreen, but if you use makeup right after your sunscreen, then I guess it is not an issue for you. You can try this, but it is a certified sunscreen, it is good, but it just did not work for me. I have oily skin, and it just did not work for me. And it has good filters. It has benzophenone 3, then it has titanium dioxide. It is a hybrid sunscreen, so it has titanium dioxide, then it has a pretty good ingredients, and the kaolin clay is mainly for oily skin people. it can like literally soak the oil from your face, but I don't know what is the main job of kaolin clay here, because it just did not work for me. So if you have dry skin, you can buy this because it is a cheap alternative, and you are getting a certified sunscreen in a cheap price. So, and the very last sunscreens are this Lakme sunscreen. Actually I tried this version, it is non-tinted version, and then I buy the tinted one. These are not certified sunscreen, but they are good for oily skin people. Mostly as a person, as my face sweats too much, so this is good for me. Oh, I forget to tell you one thing, it is light pink in color, and it has a Lacto-Calamine based fragrance, like a typical Lacto-Calamine based fragrance. So first let's talk about this. I literally cut the bottle to squeeze the, because I could not squeeze the product, and I cut it, and I'm literally using it right now, because it has a consistency like it is like a plastic kind of consistency, but it does not burn my eye area, but if it goes into my eye, it is gonna burn, trust me. So it is a plastic kind of consistency, and I'm a person, my face sweats too much, so no matter what kind of sunscreen I use, it is gonna, because of the sweat, it is gonna wash away from my face. So for the extreme summer days, for the extreme summer afternoons, I use this, because if though my face sweats and my sunscreen goes away, it still remains on my face, and it gives my face a beautiful tint. And it is like I have used a CC cream, and it is a dewy sunscreen for me. I'm sure if you have dry skin, it's gonna work for you, and if you have oily skin, then it is gonna be a sticky sunscreen for you. But if you are someone whose face sweats too much, it sweats like a river is flowing through your face, then it is gonna work for you, because it is gonna stay even if you sweat too much. So that's the reason I really like this sunscreen. But I don't usually wear it indoors. If I really want to go outside in the afternoon times, because afternoon is a time when I sweat too much, so only that time I use this. Yes, and it basically stays on my face for a really longer period of time, and I see that if I use this sunscreen, I do not sweat a lot. So this is a really plus point for me as a sweaty person. It is literally a plus point for me. So yeah, I think that's all. I don't know it is how much it is gonna get me protection from the UVA and UVB rays, but I did not see any kind of tanning using this sunscreen, or burning, or I don't know, it was just perfect. So even if it is not certified, I still like this sunscreen. I don't know, it is a hybrid sunscreen, and it has filter like zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, oxybenzone, avibenzone, then it has niacinamide, and I don't know, it is a good stuff. It is a literally good stuff. And they say that it blocks 97% UVB rays, which is like literally yes, because titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, they are literally meant for controlling or blocking the UVB rays. So I really like this stuff. So if you really want a CC cream kind of finish for your skin, then you can try this. I am literally not gonna buy it because it is good. It worked for my sister, but it did not work for me. So if you are someone whose skin type is kindly nearer to me, then don't buy this, please. Just try this. And I'm literally not going to repurchase it, but I'm going to repurchase it. And then there is this minimalist sunscreen. I love this sunscreen. I have a backup also. Okay, it was there. I have a backup also. And with this sunscreen, you literally do not need to use any kind of vitamin C serum, because it has already vitamin in it, and it is filled with antioxidants. So I love the fact. And then I have this Lacto-Calamine sunscreen. It is good if you really want something for your body, because it is a cheap alternative. It is a certified sunscreen, and it basically works, but it basically does not work for oily skin. So it is a good body sunscreen, but not a face sunscreen, like literally. And then I have this, don't buy the Lakme untinted sunscreen, because it is very hard to work with this sunscreen and with this kind of consistency. And I definitely like the Lakme tinted version. You know what, let's do this. It is easier that way. I just love this Lakme tinted sunscreen. I think I'm gonna repurchase again the 50 gram one because it is 100 gram, and it basically gives a beautiful tint. It stays on my face, though it doesn't matter if it's extremely humid or summer or I'm extremely sweaty. It basically works for me. So these 3 sunscreens are my holy grails for this summer 2022. So yeah, if you like this video, then like this video, share this video with your friends and families, and if you have any query or any doubts, then let me know in the comment section. And yes, I think that's all for today. So I'll see you guys in the next video. So till then, take care and bye bye.